Imagine waking up at 5 a.m., going on a run, and taking a cold shower every single morning. Imagine being able to implement any habit that you desire. For example, 30-minute meditations. Boom, and you implemented it. You do it every day now. It is effortless. Or stretching. I hate stretching. But if you have strong discipline, you can implement pretty much any habit, and it won't be that difficult. A few years back, I wasn't disciplined at all. Like, I work out since I was 13, calisthenics, but then I just kinda lost motivation. I made a 1 year break from it. I have built a pretty good amount of muscle by then, so it was easy for me to get complacent and just stop working out. It didn't bring me any joy. Then I tried to start working out again, but it was just painful to do that. I didn't want to get out of bed every morning. Also, meditating was a big one for me. Like, I tried to meditate for 5 minutes every single day and I couldn't do that. I had to force myself just to sit for them 5 minutes and think about my breath. I truly believe self-discipline is that one thing that can make you achieve anything you want in life. It works almost magical, because any new habit you want to implement, any new skill you want to learn, you just go and do that. There is no hesitation or procrastination. Discipline is basically a muscle. If you work it out, it gets bigger and stronger. If you don't, it shrinks. And that's how you must think about it. Because if you try to get up at 5 a.m., it will be fucking difficult. And you might think that it will always be that difficult, but it's not really the case. If you know something about working out or anything about anatomy, you know that you can't build muscles overnight. It is a process that takes a long time, a long and consistent effort. And that's exactly the same with discipline. You gotta do difficult tasks consistently on a daily basis, and then your discipline will grow, and eventually you will find that the tasks that in the past were really difficult right now feel effortless. And that's a great place to be, because you can implement a new ones or make the existing ones harder. There are two ways to build self-discipline. The first one is like a pussy. You just start to implement a new habit. You start slowly, like 2-minute meditation, and you basically over time increase it. And it is shitty because it takes a lot of time. Time is the most valuable thing we have, and I'm sure you also want to achieve self-discipline quickly. So the second way to build it is the way of the legend. And basically what you do is you have to suffer on a daily basis as much as you can. It may sound a bit overwhelming, but it really boils down to doing difficult choices. For example, you go to work or to school and you just take the longer or harder path. Another thing, instead of waking up at 7 a.m., wake up at 6:30 and do some push-ups. Things like that. I even wear these fucking broken socks to the forest because I believe it makes my feet tougher by stepping on all these fucking sharp rocks. Honestly, the whole trick is finding that perfect balance when you have the maximum suffering on a daily basis that you can maintain for a long period of time without quitting. If you find that perfect routine when every day you do difficult, hard tasks, but it's not that bad that you quit the next day. You maintain it, for example, for 2 weeks, and suddenly it becomes easy. And when it does, guess what? You start doing more difficult stuff and suffer even more on a daily basis. I know it may sound horrible, suffer on a daily basis, like what the fuck is he talking to me? But if you look at the average man, he doesn't suffer at all. He goes from work, he drinks a beer on his sofa watching TV. Okay, he may suffer when he wakes up and thinks that he hates his fucking life and has to go to the work. That's when he suffered. Would you rather suffer like him or suffer while doing good habits and improving your life to be a better person? What would you choose? For me, the answer is simple. And the nice thing is, you can't really enjoy life that much when you don't suffer. For example, if I ran the 48 kilometers marathon, the night after that, when I went to sleep, was the best fucking sleep in my life. I promise you that. And normal average man would never experience such a pleasurable sleep. Or another thing, 1 month ago I did a 4-day water fast where I basically ate nothing, only drank water. And guess what? The food on day 5 tasted just incredible. I can't even describe it to you. And you think a normal average man is gonna ever appreciate the food that much and have that much pleasure from it? No, just of course not. And if you stay to the end, I have a special gift for you, special value that will make this whole discipline journey a lot easier for you. And it is to change your identity so you think like a disciplined person. That is a tricky one, because if you think right now how you identify yourself, you probably subconsciously think that you are not very disciplined. And that may not be a conscious thought of yours, but subconsciously it may be one of your beliefs. And if you consciously change that to the one of I'm disciplined as fuck, it will be a lot easier for you to do all this improvement stuff. And basically how you do it is, after waking up, stand in front of a mirror and just repeat to yourself, I'm disciplined. I'm disciplined as fuck. I don't know anyone as disciplined as me. And it may sound a bit cringe at first, it did for me, but if you keep going every day with these same affirmations, you can do them also in the evening before going to sleep, you will actually start to identify as a more disciplined person, and thus all the improvement habits will become easier for you. I'm not saying effortless, but a lot easier. Also, if you just throughout the day say it in your mind that I'm disciplined, I'm really disciplined, like throughout the day 5 or 6 times, it will really improve. Like it could even double your progress. I'm not kidding. And that's basically it. I really believe you can do it. If you skip one day, don't worry, it can happen to everyone. But if you feel like you're working too much and you feel like you are close to quitting, just rethink your habits. Am I doing too much? Because there's no point in doing too much and quitting a few days later. You must always think long term. What I'm doing is not a typical YouTube channel. I'm creating a movement of young men who just want to improve themselves, build self-discipline and become a real fucking man. And if you want to be a part of that journey, stick around.